and colorful evening of Deepal Evolutia, it is our privilege to introduce to you our distinguished chief guest, Very Reverend Father Thomichin Mattathivalil, a towering personality, simple, down-to-earth person with exceptional leadership qualities. Very Reverend Father Thomichin needs no introduction. He is very well known and one of the most distinguished personality. Yet, the occasion demands, and here it is in brief. Father Thomichin was born on 10th August 1967 as the fifth child of Joseph and Catherine Muhammad, Archdiocese of Changanassery, Kerala. After completion of his primary education at home, he joined the congregation of the mission in 1982 and had his minor seminary formation at St. Justin de Jacobus Seminary, Baripada, Orissa. He was canonically accepted into the congregation of the mission on 11th May 1985 and had his internal seminary at Stella Maris in Orissa. He pursued his philosophical studies at Aquinas College, Gopalpur on Sea, and returned to minor seminary at Baripada for his regency to teach in the seminary. He completed his theological studies at St. Joseph's Pontifical Institute, Aluva, and made his final profession in the congregation of the mission on 30th April 1991. He was ordained as a priest on 4th January 1993 by His Grace Mar Joseph Povatil, the Archbishop of Changanassery. His transformation as a postgraduate and BEd holder was from University of Pune. He holds a licentiate in philosophy Jnana Vidyapith, Pune, and later rendered his services as a professor at Aquinas College, Gopalpur on Sea. He also served as Assistant Rector and Procurator of the Theology Study House in Pune. Due to an accident met by him while preparing to move ahead for PhD, he couldn't pursue the same, but he was then asked to minister in Germany. He played an instrumental role in various capacities, such as in the Paris as a pastor, among the youth, as a youth animator, and in the area of social work. He was a member of Diocesan Senate of Diocese of Münster and also served as the president of the Federation of Foreign Religious Congregation working in Germany. He was elected as a delegate to the General Assembly of the Congregation of the Mission in 2016. Moving further on, after the canonical procedure of election in the southern Indian province of the Congregation of the Mission, he took over as the visitor of the southern Indian province on 3rd October 2016 and took charge of the province. His noteworthy work of appreciation as chairman and president of all the DePaul institutions of southern Indian province is highly commendable. Very Reverend Father Tomichan, a person who, being highly service-minded and humble, strives for the development of the institutions. His extensive works and support stands out as an exemplary for his revered personality.
On this pleasant and colorful evening of DePaul Evolution, we are extremely happy to introduce our guest of honor, Reverend Father Santosh, an eminent personality, simple and friendly with all the children. Reverend Father Santosh is very well known and one of the most distinguished personality. Father Santosh was born on 12 June 1984 at Sarugani in the district of Sivagangai in Tamil Nadu. After completion of his primary education at home, he joined the Congregation of the Mission in 2001. He was canonically accepted into the Congregation of the Mission on 10 May 2004 and had his internal seminary at DePaul Bhavan at Pachani in Kerala. He pursued his philosophical studies at Aquinas College, Gopalpur, on-sea, and returned St. Vincent School at ATCHUTHAPURAM in Kerala for his regency to teach in the school. He completed his theological studies at Eluru and made his final profession in the Congregation of the Mission. He was ordained as a priest on 27 December 2011 by His Grace Susai Manikam, the Bishop of the Sivagangai. His transformation as a postgraduate, MA and BEd holder was from University of Madras. He played an instrumental role in various capacities such as the assistant parish priest at Amijakarai, Chennai as a pastor, among the youth as a youth animator and in the area of social work. He also served as Assistant Dean of Academy and Assistant Professor at DePaul International School and College at Mysore. We are exceedingly happy to announce Father Santosh has received Abdul Kalam Award for the Best Teacher and Administration. His noteworthy work of appreciation as principal of St. Vincent School is highly commendable. He has authored a book called Siria Urai Periya Villakkam. Reverend Father Santosh, a person who, being highly service-minded and humble, strives for the development of the institutions. His extensive works and support stands out as an exemplary for his revered personality.
Similarly, if there is no annual function in our school, there won't be any chance for young and dynamic children to uphold the pride of the institute, to cater up the challenges we face, the endeavors we make, the success we achieve, and to show what we were, what we are, and what we will be. Here am I hence much privileged to stand before you to extend profound wishes and greetings from bottom of my heart to welcome each and every one of you. Welcome to Evolution 2019. It is time for us another day of the year to exhibit the talents of all our children, to bring to your kind notice their academic excellence and the medals they bagged in their outstanding performances in sports and the grades they achieved in extracurricular activities and in everything they speak and perform today as the cultural feast unfolds. We are extremely happy to share the joy and delightful moments of the day and to be part of what we are. The term evolution is a Romanian term. It tells about evolution, how the world and the human beings came into existence. Through this annual day, we bring before you what we were and what we are now. We are extremely excited to have with us Reverend Father Tomichin, Provincial Superior of South Indian Province of the Congregation of the Mission and Manager of all DePaul institutions. He is an extraordinary personality, does not need any introduction at all. A noble man with a character of great height, a prophecy of distinctness, an originator of multifarious notions, a statue of knowledge and experience. Constantly thinks growth of the school in the province. Yes, Father, you have made our school proud with all the great endeavors taken our time. You are an inspiration to all of us. We, the students of DePaul, welcome you to this grand annual day function, Evolution 2019. We are immensely proud and happy to have with us Reverend Father Santosh CM, the principal of St. Vincent School, Chennai, a man with simple heart towards the little kids. He has a great role in our growth. We heartily welcome you, Father. We too are happy to invite the newly ordained priest, Fathers Jayan, Joseph A., who have been concerned to be here with us to witness our annual day. Welcome our treasured invitees. There were fathers, sisters, principals, there were teachers, well-wishers, benefactors, and of course, our DePaul stars, the students. How lovely is this day! And so does the ambience and aura surrounding it. Soon the colors of this pyramid will unfold and will transport us to another world. Once again, we welcome you all to this grand annual day function, Evolution 2019. Wishing you all once again a happy and a memorable stay with us. Thank you.
Prayer is the expansion of total faith in the present power within and around us. When we pray with faith, we express it through a sincere thanks to Him. God knows our needs, limitations and problems. He fulfills our desires if we call upon Him and acknowledge Him, particularly at the beginning of the day when the day's work is done. Now I request our school choir to invite the Spirit of God on each one of us.
auspicious occasion, let's start this event by offering a praise to Ma Saraswati, the Mother of Knowledge, and conduct a customary lamp lighting ceremony as tribute to Mother Saraswati, the embodiment of knowledge. We request our honored chief guest and guest of honor and our principals to light the lamp. While the lamp is lit, I request the choir to sing the song of wisdom.
But we try to teach various aspects which will help our students to be good citizens and good individuals too. Here I call upon our dear Principal Father Merlin to chronicle the achievements we have done in this academic year.
The Honorable Chief Guest, Reverend Father Tomichan C.M., the Provincial of Southern Indian Province, respected Guest of Honor, Reverend Father Santosh, Principal of St. Vincent's Matriculation School, Chennai. Special invitees, Father Joseph, Father Jain. Dear dignitaries on the dais, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, Principals, Parents, well-wishers, friends, and my dear children. A warm and good evening to one and all. I feel immense proud and privileged to be here to present the achievements and the sweet memories of DeepAll through our school annual report for the academic year 2018-19 on 5th School Annual Day, Evolutia 2019 on 1st February 2019.
DeepAll EM School was established in 2013 under the leadership of Reverend Father Sebastian Vertical CM. It is a Catholic co-educational institution run by the Vincentian Fathers of the Southern Indian Province of the Congregation of the Mission. The school adopted St. Vincent de Paul as its inspiration and patron and took global peace, truth and wisdom as its motto. The school follows the curriculum and syllabus of the ICC Board, New Delhi.
Slow and steady wins a race, so to believe DeepAll. It had a humble beginning. It was started with 30 students in LKG and UKG in 2013 and received its initial shape and strength from Father Sebastian Vertical CM. Further fortification with additional wings, vigor and vitality, form and facets was added by successors Reverend Father Anish Matthew CM and Reverend Father Angel Matthew CM. Built upon these pillars, DeepAll grew into a model educational institution with quality and strength. Today the school has 640 students on roll from LKG to Standard 10 with strength of 23 qualified, competent and committed teaching staff, 10 efficient non-teaching staff and 5 part-time extracurricular activity staff. DeepAll has in its every breath the spirit of imparting quality education to its dear children, exposing them to the inexhaustible treasure of knowledge, setting them to be resourceful and strengthening them to be disciplined individuals who create their own opportunities and shine out as sparkling personalities.
We bring before you the chronicles of DeepAll. Examinations.
Exams test your memory. Labs test your learning. Others will test your patience. DeepAll believes in a spaced learning process and hence conducts 2 midterm tests and 3 terminal examinations with utmost seriousness to help students learn the lessons in an easy manner. Class tests are conducted regularly. Report cards are promptly distributed and leader badges are awarded for the toppers in class in order to boost their interest in learning. The first and second rank holders in each term are appointed class leaders and assistant leaders.
Army saves the nation. Self-defense saves the human. Karate.
Self-defense is a martial art. This is why karate is good for self-defense. A karate class is much more because the students learn the material through much repetition and practice. Karate once learned cannot be forgotten. It becomes a part of who you are. Some of our students have attended the state-level competitions and bagged medals. G. Hasini, P. Mavarsha, Paris, D. Hemant of class 5, G. Tanushree of class 3rd are awarded gold medal. D. Mukesh and Teza of class 6, Ishwar of class 3rd are awarded silver medal. Ravi of class 4th is awarded bronze medal. Hats off to the students who brought fame to DePaul.
What is in, the mouth speaks out. What is imagined, the hand brings out. Arts.
Drawing is so important that we learn it without a teacher. And we modify our student talent. Inventors do lots of drawing to help them imagining better ideas. Drawing helps us become more creative and successful. A. Ashwant of class 7th has participating in the drawing competition by NTPC at Faizab.
Run fast, still you achieve your goal. Skating.
It doesn't matter what happens in life. We care our health. It is our life, our children, and our patience. Skating, that's always another jump, or another spin, or another thing to learn. This academic year, we have introduced skating. Students participate in competition conducted in various places.
Rhyming and timing perfects music.
We bring out the inner talents of each child. And we have introduced music in our school. Special teacher is appointed to teach music to the children. Our students learn keyboard and vocal music. The artist is the hand that plays, touching one key or another to cause vibrations in the soul.
It is not exercise, but extra care for soul and body. Dance.
Dance is the hidden language of the soul, said Martha Graham. The soul always decides to dance. Students are given enough time to learn dance. When you dance, your purpose is not to get to a certain place on the floor. It's to enjoy each step along the way.
Health is wealth. Equal importance is given to sports and education. Sports and cultural fest.
This is where preparation and opportunity meet. A healthy mind resides in a healthy body, so believes DePaul. The physical education department always adds color and charm to the life of the school. DePaul Sports Meet was held in the newly developed school ground on 13th November 2018. The sports meet was declared open by Reverend Father Santoy Kurian, the Vice Principal of DePaul School, Ukkunagaram, witnessed by Father Sebastian and Mr. Kanakarao. Congrats to the winners and the teachers. Basketball, throwball, volleyball, kho-kho for juniors, seniors and football games were conducted other than sports in Kerala 2018. Mr. Tarakeshwar Rao, the Sub-Inspector of Police at ATCHUTHAPURAM, had received a parade salute of our students.
When all stars meet together, galaxy is visible. Children's Day.
DePaul celebrated Children's Day with a range of innovative
and fun-filled activities that seems much as a festival. Various competition, Children's Day poems and dance the celebration was organized by the teachers. Students exhibited their talents through dance, song, mehendi, hairstyle, nail art, Mr. and Miss Andhra Chabula. The winners were awarded certificates, medals and shield to recognize their talents. M. Harini of UKG was selected for Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam dance for Guinness record. We wish her all success.
Drums brings the rhythm. Rhythm makes us happy. School band.
Last year we had introduced our school band for boys and girls. The school band continues and art, camp and festivity to the daily assembly and functions held in the school.
Eureka, Eureka. Here are our scientists. Exhibition.
The world is a mystery which cannot be experienced. The most beautiful thing we can experience is through exhibition. It is the source of all true art and science. We had organized DPOL exhibition on various subjects, language, science, maths, etc. All our students actively participated and brought out lot of invention. Parents also had visited and appreciated our students and teachers.
A day out with friends is really a memorable one. Tour.
We have flown the air like birds and swum the sea like fishes, but have yet to learn the simple act of walking the earth like brothers. Learning in the classroom may not be remembered, but we learn by experience. We had one day sightseeing program at Bujanakonda and enjoyed the day at Amravati Water Theme Park. It was a memorable one for all students. As one family, we enjoyed the whole day.
Seeing and believing. Once seeing is twice learning. Digital class.
The school gives due emphasis to media-supported learning. Sense of perception gives accurate knowledge than what is heard. We had 5 classrooms with smart class support. This year 5 more are added. The students are able to visualize their learning and comprehend the ideas within minimal time.
We are not bookworms, but we refer books for reference. Lab and library.
Achievers have an enabling attitude, realism and a conviction that they themselves were the laboratory of innovation. So the newly updated labs pave way for our students to enable their mind and heart. We have 3 science labs, well-equipped computer lab and updated and furnished library with thousands of books.
each and every action is seen by God. CC camera.
To provide safety and security to students, the school is under the surveillance of CC camera. The management is also preparing to enable a sophisticated platform from the air to come for communication between school and parents and data management in school office.
Well-disciplined, good learner. Investiture ceremony.
Well-disciplined persons can lead the entrusted people to a higher society. On 8th of August, we held the invention ceremony celebration in our school. Students were divided into 4 houses. 4 captains and 4 vice captains were installed to lead their houses into the peak of discipline.
We love India. She is our mother. Independence Day.
I love my freedom. I respect my freedom. Independence Day is celebrated throughout India on 15th August every year. Independence Day is celebrated by every citizen of India, irrespective of caste, creed and religion. Being a true Indian, we too with great enthusiasm celebrated our National Day. Though it was raining on the day, yet our students with the national spirit celebrated it with great enthusiasm.
The potters who mold everyone. Teachers' Day.
The builders who build the future builders. September 5th marks the start of the National Teachers' Month and it ends on October 5th marks the celebration of World Teachers' Day. On this occasion, the whole nation and the world pay gratitude to our teachers, instructors, professors, tutors, educators. During this time, we the Depolites are swamped with greetings and adulations dedicated to these agents of education. These celebrations thus intend to recognize the value of our teachers, their unnoticed heroism.
Joy to the world and peace on earth. Christmas.
Christmas waves a magic wand in this world and behold, everything is softer and more beautiful. Kindergarten children dressed as angels presented a dance with Santa Claus, followed by housewife's kit and carol competition. A play on the birth of Jesus Christ was the highlight of the Christmas celebration at our DePaul school. Bridgetines, the sisters of Sabawaram, spoke about the purpose of birth of Jesus Christ and the presence of Santa Claus in Christmas celebration, and brothers from Eluru spoke about the significance of Christmas.
Thanking God for the gifts of persons, principals and vice principal day.
Happy Principal's Day, Father. Every day in DePaul is a memorable one. Our loving and friendly principal, vice principal led us to the peak of education. On September 17, 2018 and February 12, 2018, we celebrated their days. We are privileged to have such a motivational leaders. This day is not just celebration, but a day to thank God for giving us such persons to lead us into the temple of wisdom.
I thank the Almighty for His benevolent blessings upon these institutions. I gratefully recall the inspiration and support of our beloved Provincial, Father Tomichan, CM, Provincial of Southern India Province, Provincial Councillors, the former principals, Reverend Father Sebastian Vertical CM, Father Anis Matthew CM, for Angel Matthew CM and Vice Principal for Benjamin CM. I also gratefully recognize the ongoing service and support rendered by Reverend Father V. Sebastian Kanathil CM, the Vice Principal and Financial Administrator, and Deepal Community Ukkunagaram. My sincere gratitude goes to all the parents, benefactors, well-wishers, neighbors, parishioners, and friends for all their unconditional support and encouragement. I have to acknowledge the timely help that I received from neighboring principals. A special thanks to all the staff of our school for their dedicated service. Sincere thanks to Mr. Ramesh, the choreographer, for bringing out the aesthetic talents of our students. Scaling with the determination of our motto, global peace, truth and wisdom, and drive the spectacular heights in academics and all-around achievements in the years to come. I remain. Thank you, Jai Hind, for Merlin CM, the principal.
Make devotions. We are proud to say we the Deepalites are Mother Teresa of our school. When we heard Kerala flood, we immediately mobilized and collected relief fund rupees 96,227. We request our principal to hand over this amount to Provincial Superior for the charitable work in Kerala. We would like to invite Reverend Father Tomichan to share his views and bless us with his kind words.
Dear Reverend Father Santosh, the guest of honor, dear Reverend Father Merlin, the principal, dear Reverend Father Sebastian, the vice principal, the special invitees, Father James and Joseph, my dear fathers, sisters, parents, well-wishers, benefactors, and above all, my dearest students. A wonderful good evening to one and all. At the very outset, first of all, thank you very much for the invitation to be here, to be a part and participant of this celebration. Thank you, Merlin and Sebastian. I cherish and appreciate it. Secondly, I congratulate the principal, vice principal, the staff, the parents, and the students on this wonderful occasion of your school day. Thirdly, every development has a developer behind or a developer's team behind. And here, this school of ours is developing by leap and bounds. And the brain behind, the team behind is the staff, the parents, students, and above all, the principal and the vice principal. Thank you very much. Finally, this is what I actually expressed when we had the school day at Ukkunagaram a couple of months back. Some of you must have already known it and heard it about it. Our former president, Honorable, Venerable Dr. Abdul Kalam, was interviewed in a school by a few students. The question was, "Sir, what is the easiest thing in the world?" I repeat the question. What is the easiest thing in the world? And he replied, mistakes. Mistakes. Consequently, the students asked him again, why? And he replied, this is what we easily find in others. Okay, fine. The students asked him a second question. What is the most difficult thing in the world? He replied again, mistakes. Now why? Because This is what we find much most difficult to find in ourselves. Now my point is, school is not the only place of learning. Books are not the only sources of learning. Experiences are not the only source of learning. Instead, we, the parents and the students as well, all of us should learn also from our own mistakes. I just got a funny experience which is said to have had by the famous scientist Albert Einstein, the developer of theory of relativity. It is said he was on a flight down from Chicago to India with an Indian. The flight is very long, quite long. It takes more than 14 hours minimum. Now, Einstein said, hey, man, we shall get into a competition to kill the time. The Indian said, okay, fine. Einstein said, I would ask you a question, and if you can't answer, give me $5. You can ask me also a question. If I can't answer, I will give you $500. I repeat, if the Indian makes a mistake, if he can't answer the question, he is expected to give only $5 to Einstein. On the other hand, if Einstein does not succeed in answering the question put by the Indian, the Einstein would give him $500. Fine. The Indian said, okay, please carry on, sir. Einstein asked him the first question. What is the distance between Earth and Moon? Without wasting a single second, the Indian took $5 from his pocket and gave him. Now, the turn is of the Indian. He asked him, tell me, sir, what is that goes up the hill on 3 legs and comes down on 4 legs? Can any of you answer the question here? The question asked by the Indian is as follows. What is that goes up the hill, climbing on 3 legs and comes down on 4 legs? Einstein gave his best, went on calling all the people from the flight. All said, I'm sorry, man, I can't answer. Of course, he surrendered and said, here is the $500 for you, to the Indian. He took it and cashed it. Now this was the turn of Einstein to ask the second question. But he said, hey man, tell me, before I go for the second question to you, what's the answer? You know what he said and what he did? He took $5 and gave you. Did you get the point? And Einstein learned a lesson. Never argue with an Indian on financial matters. So my dear students, staff and parents, we should all of us should also learn from our own mistakes.
Thank you, Father, for enlightening us with your kind words of wisdom, for being an ideal example of inspiration and motivation for all of us. It was a pleasure hearing from the senior of our DePaul family. I would like to call upon our honorable guest of honor, Reverend Father Santos, to enlighten us and give us his blessings.
Our respected and loving pronunciar, Reverend Father Tomichan CM, the chief guest as well as the president of this institution, Reverend Father Merlin CM, the principal, Reverend Father Sebastian Kandatil, the vice principal, Reverend Fathers Joseph and Jayant, dear fathers, sisters, friends, well-wishers, the parents as well as their dear students. The most tallest tree in the world is Hyperion. The tree Hyperion grows in the southern part of California, USA. Whenever there is a cyclone or flood, these trees stand very tall and do not fall as we see in day-to-day cyclones or flood. The dendrologists, the scientists who study on trees, the dendrologists were very much surprised and shocked how these trees alone can stand very tall. They can remain consistently besides all this heavy rain, flood or cyclone. They had a study for a few years and then they could bring out two results. Number one is, if a tree is stand tall for 100 meters, in the same way the root is growing for 100 meters down in earth. If the tree is having 100 meters tallness, the same way the root is kept for 100 meters depth. The second one is, the roots are widespread. It is interconnected with the another tree, and that tree's root is another connected to another tree, and it is widespread as well as interconnected very strongly. So the dendrologists finally gave a result saying the depth is very strong as it is very much tall outside. The second thing is, it is widespread or interconnected. I wanted to bring a great message for this audience, the parents as well as the students, from this metaphor is, everybody should have two things if you want to stand tall in our world. One is the depthness, another one is the widespreadness. The depthness, I would say that as students we should have a strong discipline, because the discipline molds us to have good character. The good character gives us the inner peace and happiness. That's what everybody is searching for or longing for. The second one is the widespreadness or interconnectedness with the another, because he or she who lives in the society is being dependent upon the other. One should always think that I am not alone, I cannot live alone. In one way or the other, I am interconnected. I should depend upon the other, and then we have to respect, help, live happily and mutually. So this might be a great message from my part for all the students, teachers and the persons, the well-wishers, the gentlemen, boys and girls who are gathered here is, as a person we should have a deep depthness in discipline, because it gives us the character gives us happiness and inner peace. The second one is, we should respect the persons who are living with us, because we are interconnected and we should have the widespread in the relationship. Saying this, I wish the DePaul EM school, the principal as well as the vice principal, teachers and all the dear ones who are behind this screen to make this Evolutia 2K19 a grand success. God bless and have a great evening ahead. Thank you.
Nobody is born a winner. To be a winner, one must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Here at DePaul, we not only value the academics, but also our creative tendencies and cultivate it into something great, which stays with you for the lifetime. It is a wide-ranging expansion in the students' capability and disposition, thereby increasing their chances of sustaining in the ever-fierce practical world.
Now it is time we give due recognition to the aptitude and acumen of our beaming students, future leaders of society. It's time for the prize distribution ceremony. For this, we would like to call upon Reverend Father Tomichan to give away the awards to the meritorious students.
Academic toppers: B. Kavishri from LKG,
V. Shashusha from 2nd class. K. Lashasri from 3rd class. K. Aditya from 4th class. Thank you, Father, for showing us the way to walk straight. With the motivational verse, we assure you to follow your word. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to acknowledge the talent of our students who have been struggling and facing many challenges and difficulties to be pioneers. In fact, that's all because of their own perseverance, constancy, and the immobility that they selected as champions. Ladies and gentlemen, to felicitate the prize for extracurricular activities, I would like to call the great personality, Reverend Father Santosh, to come and receive the award. Please give him a big hand. Co-curricular Overall Championship Runners Award goes to Greenhouse with 606 points. I request the Greenhouse captain and vice captain to come and receive the award. Overall Championship Winners Award goes to Greenhouse. I request the captain and vice captain to come and receive the award. Overall Championship Runners Award goes to Yellow House. I request the captain and vice captain to come and receive the award. Overall Championship Winners Award goes to Yellow House. I request the captain and vice captain to come and receive the award. Overall Championship Runners Award goes to Yellow House. I request the captain and vice captain to come and receive the award. Award goes to K. Lakshman Shan Naidu of class 9. Fourth Individual Championship Runners Award goes to G. Ganesh of class 10. Individual from class 1 to 3rd goes to Mini Mandara Fernando of class 2A. Co-curricular activities individual from class 4 to 6 goes to B. Gyanita of class 6A. Co-curricular activities individual from class 7 to 10 goes to D. Davisy of class 9A.
all. Have a great future ahead and make us proud. It is the right time we recognize our school SPL, ASPL, house captains and vice captains for their marvelous job of organizing, encouraging and motivating all its members to be disciplined, to participate in the inter-house competitions and all events taken places in the school. I call upon all the house captains and vice captains to come forward to receive the award. May I now request Father Jayant to give away the award to the leaders of the school. School SPL is A. Lekana of class 9. I request the school SPL to come and receive the award. School ASPL is B. School ASPL is B. Anish Sriram of class 8. I request the school ASPL to come and receive the award. All the house captains and vice captains to come and receive the award. Greenhouse captain is K. Lakshman of class 9. Vice captain is M. Neeraja of class 9. Giri of class 9. Vice captain is K. Sariraj of class 8. Red Horse captain is T. Ramajay of class 9. Vice captain is K. Kripanjali of class 8. Yellow Horse captain is K. Kumar Kaushik of class 9. Vice captain is R. Neeraja of class 8.
Question for all those who just teach. Teaching is a passion for all our dedicated and hardworking teachers. Here we have our most lovable teacher, Mrs. Sheila ma'am, who has been regular to school. May I now request Father Joseph A. to give away the award of regular in coming to the school. Thank you, Father Joseph A. and Mrs. Sheila ma'am. Sweet memories always hang in our mind. I hope our invited dignitaries cherished and will be cherished by today's event. So I request our beloved principal to hand over the mementos to all the guests. May I now, with profound gratitude, call Mr. Ramesh, the brain behind the screen, to come to the dais and to receive the memento. He has made this Evolution 2019 a great and a successful one.
Each individual is gifted with talent. No one attempts to find it out. Here is our school choir to tell each one of us to proceed further, even if our limbs comes on our way. Let us share the mosque with round loud of applause. Thank you, Father.
Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express.
Gratitude becomes love, love becomes devotion, devotion becomes surrender, surrender becomes faith, faith was the divine. On the recollection of so many great favor and blessings, we now with a high sense of gratitude offer up our sincere thanks to the Almighty, the Creator and Preserver. Great leaders don't need to act up. Their confidence and humility serve to underscore their toughness. We wish to thank our chief guest, Reverend Father Tomichan, an eminent leader, for kindly accepting and presiding over this 5th annual day of DePaul School. Thank you, Father, for being with us today and for your valuable message. Smile takes you to miles away. Smile brings you joy and happiness. With deep thankfulness, we appreciate Reverend Father Santosh, the principal of St. Vincent School, Chennai. With his bold smiles, he has enriched us with incentive words. Thank you, Father.